It's time for See It or Skip It, when we review really a bunch of movies and then we decide whether it's worth the watch. Joining me now is film critic Patrick Beatty, and let's start with Transformers, the new movie. I know a lot of people are wondering, how's it going to be this year?
Right. Well, you know, there's a faction of people that have loved these movies, and that's why for some reason they keep making them. This is the 7th installment in the Transformers. I don't know if you knew how many they've made so far.
Oh, no, I haven't seen it. That was my other question for you, is like, if you haven't seen the other movies, is this going to make sense to you?
Well, it's a really easy whether you should see it or skip it for this one. For me, if you're a fan of these, if you've liked them since Michael Bay, you're going to go and watch this either way, whether I like it or not. If you don't want to be sold on this and you've not really been interested, it's a skip it either way. But if you think you might be interested, if they're taking a new direction, which they do in there, so there's a lot more action, a lot more character work, better acting by all of the performances. So I think for now it's a skip it and a see it for multiple people.
Okay, so would you say it's better than the original?
That we don't know for sure. It depends on if you like the Bayhem versus just, you know, a little bit more of a smaller scale story.
Okay, let's get to something I love, Cheetos. There is a new movie coming out about Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Talk to me about that one.
This is such a tough one to talk about because I don't want to be like doing product placement and shilling for them, but at the same time, I love Flaming Hot Cheetos too. And this movie is so cool. It's directed by Eva Longoria. Yes, that Eva Longoria, this is her directorial debut, and it is a fantastic story about this janitor who decided he's going to try to save his plant with this ingenious idea to put spice into the Cheetos.
So is this a real story?
This is a real story. This guy straight up went to the top, to the head person of Frito-Lay with this idea, and for some reason they decided, we're going to give this guy everything, we're going to trust him, see how it goes, and the storytelling in this is so much fun. Eva Longoria does a really good job of bringing in some telenovela drama with like a business type film. For me, it's definitely a see it, and yeah, this is one for everybody.
And I think a lot of people, I mean, if you eat Flamin' Hot Cheetos, you're probably a little bit curious, how did this come to be? I mean, they start putting that on everything, all the snacks at fairs, hot dogs. I mean, the most random stuff have the little Cheeto dust on it. So I think that'll be very interesting to see. Finally, let's talk about that 3-part Netflix documentary about Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes, so this is a really cool little mini series. The first 3, they cover what his life was as a bodybuilder, what his life was as a politician, and as an actor. We've seen him do all of these different things throughout his life, and really what motivated him to do that. We get to know his history, we get to know more about him than I think most people know, and it's fascinating to learn about what struggles he had to do to overcome those. Because if you have one thing that you're great at, like bodybuilding, imagine the pushback you'd get to be like, I'm going to go into politics next. That'll be my thing.
Yeah, I mean, he has so many different roles, like you just mentioned, the bodybuilding too, you know, holding a political position, but this really showcases it. Would you say it's a must-see for people who are into it?
I would say if you're interested, I love documentaries, I love biopics. This is a really great one for Arnold, so this is definitely a see it.
Okay, good. I love that you tell us straight on. I always want someone, just tell me, do I see it or do I not see it? So
makes it easy.
You do that for us here. So talk to me, where can people go and see all of these movie reviews that you do for us? Because you're going to start doing this for us every Friday, but if someone wants to watch at home, where can they go?
Right. Well, you can check it out on dailydish.com, I mean abc4.com/see it or
It's all right.
skip
We're
it.
making some tweaks here.
We're making tweaks.
You know.
And then on patrickbeattyreviews.com, and all the social media stuff is over on there.
Okay. Thank you for coming, Patrick. We appreciate having you on board.